What is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to be showing you guys how you want to minimize your losses or even still be able to take profits even if your bias is wrong for the day. So when you're trading ICT, obviously you want to have a bias going into the day. Now, if you are unsure on what that means, all that means is before the 9:30 open or before whenever you start to trade, you want to have a rough idea of where price action wants to go on potentially the higher time frames from what you actually trade in, um, because then you will have clear targets in your mind. Now, I know today a lot of ICT traders bias would have been something like this. You would have wanted price to go up into these bearish fair value gaps here and here, and then you would have wanted price to come back down and take some sell side liquidity. Now, if this was any any normal week, or if price action was any better than it has been recently, then I'm sure plays like this were a lot more likely to play out. But as you guys probably know, if you do trade yourself, today's price action, yesterday's price action, and price action all week this week has not necessarily been very good at all. But as I was saying, even if your bias was for price action to be bearish today, so if you wanted a retracement from these fair value gaps here and this fair value gap here, if we play at the price action just on the 5-minute, if we let some 5-minute candles run, as you can see, we are pumping up. We've pumped through this first fair value gap, so that is no longer relevant. But as you as you can see, we are now in this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Now, a lot of people are probably waiting and looking for shorts here. As I said, just because this looks like a nice ICT potentially 2022 model. But yeah, as I said, even if your bias was to be short here, if we go to the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, we are getting fair value gaps. We have a fair value gap here, a bullish one. We have a fair value gap here, another bullish one. But what I'm trying to show you guys right now is, even though there are fair value gaps, there has been absolutely no entry at all. There's been no lower time frame confirmation. Okay, so when you're trading, what you always want to do is go to the lower time frames. I know a lot of people would have actually just entered blindly into these trades. I know people would have just shorted once we tap into this fair value gap. Their stop would be somewhere up here and their take profit somewhere down here. And personally, is this a good trading strategy? In my opinion, not really, not at all. Just because if you look at the lower time frame, you'd just be able to see and being able to tell so much more, and you'll be able to get way better risk rewards. Let's say if we did drop to the 1-minute time frame and we got a nice 1-minute setup and a nice 1-minute short, then your risk reward would look something like this. You would have a lot lower stop loss and a lot bigger risk to reward, just allowing you to enter into better trades. But as I was saying, we're dropping to the lower time frame here. We're in this 2-minute fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, as you can see, this fair value gap right here. And what we're doing, we're just respecting this fair value gap. If we play at price action, what happens? We create another 2-minute fair value gap here, and we are still just respecting this fair value gap. So if your bias was to be short here, then you absolutely should not have be entered into any positions yet already. You don't want to just blindly short these big fair value gaps, especially because we have also took internal, we've already took some equal lows. As you can see, we had equal lows here created yesterday, but we swept these lows. As you can see, we already have swept these lows and taken out the liquidity. So that is another reason why you want to be careful. Let's say if price didn't take these equal lows, then this would definitely be an even more objective to hit. But honestly, even me today, I wanted price action to reach into this 4-hour fair value gap down here. But just because we had absolutely no setups, we go to the 2-minute here. There's literally no fair value gaps to be entered. If we play at the price action, I did actually enter into 2 trades today. One was a break even and one was a winning trade. So let's play at this price action on the 2-minute time frame. As you can see, what do we have? Another 2-minute fair value gap. Price has tapped into this 2-minute fair value gap and is just going bullish. We're just going up and up and up and up and up. And you might be wondering, okay, so I could just enter into long positions here. Not necessarily, no, because we don't have a clear bias even on the daily time frame, because as you know, we are already on at all-time highs. So we go to the even if we go to the 1-hour time frame, we hadn't inversed this fair value gap yet. We're still in a bearish 1-hour fair value gap. So you can't be too bullish, because at any time we could always come back and retrace. You just don't know. So you have to be as sure as you possibly can. So that is why I would not be longing any of these fair value gaps. Yes, obviously in hindsight, we can see that every single one of these fair value gaps has been respected and has just kept pumping us up to buy side. But as I just said, we do not know that at all in the moment. We don't know that all these fair value gaps are going to get respected. So we just have to be patient. Then, as you can see, we just keep pumping up. Now, the trade that I actually took was this. See how we have this 2-minute fair value gap? Now, my trading model is called the inversion fair value gap model. So I take trades if a bullish fair value gap has been inversed, I take that trade to the sell side. Now, in this instance, as you can see, we play a price action. We're still respecting this 2-minute bullish fair value gap, but here we finally inversed this fair value gap. So this is where I entered into one position. My stop loss was up here. If we got a candle close back above this bullish fair value gap. But as you can see, we have a clear target down here. We have equal lows, which is a very nice target to have when you're day trading. That's very big and very good liquidity. But as you know already, we're in December. We've had a very bad trading week so far. What I mean by bad is just sloppy price action. I've still been a positive trading. I do trade live every day in my Discord if you want to check that out. Link in the description. But yeah, so this is the trade I took. I entered here, but as soon as this 2-minute fair value gap got tapped into, this 2-minute fair value gap right here, I put my stop loss straight to break even. And the reason for that being just because we have been respecting every other 2-minute fair value gap coming up. We have not disrespected a single fair value gap yet, so I obviously thought we are most likely just going to keep respecting these 2-minute fair value gaps. So I did get stopped out this trade break even, and I don't actually know if we hit the take profit. Yeah, so as you can see, we didn't even go down and reach a take profit, but look how just choppy this price action is. And the next trade I took was just an order block entry, just something that I have seen happen a lot over time. We had some clear equal highs. Okay, here, yeah, we have equal highs here. So I took a long position like this off this 1-minute order block that was created just for nine pips. But yeah, I trade all this live in my Discord every single day. So if you do want to become a lot more if you want your win rate to become a lot higher and be a profitable trader, then I would definitely recommend joining my Discord. All the links are in the description.